Yes, dear children, very good morning. We are going to start with the next topic, next chapter, that is biomolecules. Okay, now what are biomolecules? Yes, you must have heard about fats, proteins, carbohydrates, nucleic acids. Obviously, these are all called as biomolecules. Okay, so what are they basically? They are complex chemical substances which form the basis of life, right? How they help? They not only build up living systems, but they are also responsible for growth, maintenance, repair, and their ability to reproduce. It's a very special character. Yes? So let us see now the various biomolecules one by one. Okay? Now, the first one we'll start with is carbohydrates. Now, the name carbohydrates, what does it suggest? It suggests hydrate of carbon, carbohydrate. So you feel that it should be a hydrate of carbon. Okay, if we consider it as a hydrate of carbon, then we can write the formula as CnH2O n times. Is it not? Hydrate, that is water. So CnH2O n times. And if you take n is equal to 1 there, then what do you get? You get CH2O. Yes. Now what is that CH2O? If you rearrange, you will get HCHO, that is nothing but formaldehyde, methanol. Is methanol a carbohydrate? Formaldehyde carbohydrate hai kya? No. Is it not? It is not a carbohydrate. Now supposing if you put the value of n is equal to 6, then you will get C6H2O 6 times, and if you expand it, you get C6H12O6. That is glucose. You are very familiar with that. Yes. And of course, glucose is a carbohydrate. Okay. And supposing if you put n is equal to 2, then you are getting C2H2O twice. And what is that? You expand it, you will get CH3COOH, which is acetic acid. And acetic acid is not a carbohydrate, right? So, when you can't call hydrate of carbon, then how do we give the definition of carbohydrate? So they have developed a new definition for carbohydrates, which is totally suitable to its occurrence, properties, behavior, everything. What is that? They are optically active polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. You know what is meant by optically active. So what should be the main necessity? There has to be a chiral center. Chiral carbon should be there. And polyhydroxy, that means more than one hydroxyl group has to be there. And apart from that, either an aldehyde group or a ketone group should be there. Then only you can call it as polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. Now come to classification of carbohydrate. Now this carbohydrate can be classified basically into three types. Saccharides. Okay. What are saccharides? Any saccharide unit. Okay. Now saccharides are of many types. Monosaccharides, disaccharides, trisaccharides, tetrasaccharides, polysaccharides. All these are classification of saccharides. Okay. Now what are monosaccharides? Monosaccharides, they cannot be hydrolyzed further. Okay. And there are about 20 naturally occurring monosaccharides in nature. Glucose, fructose, they are all monosaccharides. So these monosaccharides, they are made up of 3 to 7 carbon atoms in them. Is that clear? Then you call them as monosaccharides. So glucose is a monosaccharide, arabinose is a monosaccharide, ribose is a monosaccharide, fructose is a monosaccharide. So these are all monosaccharides. Then what are oligosaccharides? Under this oligosaccharides come which is made up of 2 or more saccharide units. Okay. So a disaccharide is called as a oligosaccharide. A trisaccharide is also called as a oligosaccharide. So total of 2 to 10 monosaccharide units if it is there, then they are called as oligosaccharides. Okay. Now a simple example for disaccharide you can give: sucrose, maltose, lactose. These are all familiar to you. You have heard about them. Lactose is the sugar that is present in milk. Yes. Sucrose, the common sugar, the table sugar that we use, is nothing but sucrose. Okay. Same way trisaccharide. One example is raffinose. So this is about saccharide. Now the other classification is sugars and non-sugars. What are sugars? They are crystalline. Immediately you can think of, is it not? Sugar means crystalline, and it is sweet in taste, and it is soluble in water. What about non-sugars? Non-sugars are amorphous. So the best example that you can give for non-sugar is starch. Starch is a non-sugar. Okay? And it has no taste, and it is insoluble in water. Right? So these are all non-sugar key properties. Now apart from this, there is another classification which you call them as reducing sugars and non-reducing sugars. Reducing sugars are those which reduce Tollens and Felling's reagent. They are called as reducing sugars, and they have an aldehyde group in them. Or you can even say that an aldehyde group in the hemiacetal form or acetal form. Right? Acetal, hemiacetal and all we have studied under properties of aldehydes. Acetals are formed when an aldehyde is treated with an alcohol. You get first a hemiacetal and then followed by acetal. Then what are non-reducing sugars? Again, the name itself is suggesting which do not reduce Tollens or Felling's reagent. And the most common example for non-reducing sugar is sucrose. Okay, sucrose is a sugar. It is crystalline, sweet in taste, soluble in water, but sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. It does not reduce Tollens or Felling's reagent. Yes. Now that is about classification. Now briefly, if I have to tell you about monosaccharides, these monosaccharides are basically of two types, aldoses and ketoses. I already told you glucose is also a monosaccharide, fructose is also a monosaccharide. Okay. Glucose is a compound which has aldehyde group in it, and fructose is a monosaccharide which has a ketonic group in it. Okay, so fructose comes under ketose and glucose comes under aldose. Okay, and what is the simplest aldose? I already told you monosaccharide units, they have right from 3 to 7 carbon atoms in them. Okay, so the simplest aldose, aldehyde containing monosaccharide, is called as an aldose. Okay, it is an aldotriose which is made up of just 3 carbon atoms. Tri means 3. Now which is the simplest aldotriose? Which is CHO, CHOH, CH2OH. Okay, what is this? This is glyceraldehyde. Okay, and it is having the central carbon which is asymmetric in nature. Okay, and the simplest ketone is a ketotriose which is dihydroxyacetone or dihydroxypropanone. Is that clear? So here there are 2 hydroxyl groups and 1 ketone group. But then here you don't have any optically active center, right? But then in the case of an aldotriose, you are having an optically active, chiral carbon, which is the second carbon. Okay? But in the case of the first member, you are not having an asymmetric carbon, right? So this is how we go about how monosaccharides. Now if this aldotriose, your glucose is an aldohexose. Glucose is made up of 6 carbon atoms, is it not? So it is an aldohexose. Same way fructose is a ketohexose. Fructose is also made up of 6 carbon atoms. Glucose is also made up of 6 carbon atoms. You know that the formula of glucose is C6H12O6 and that of fructose is also the same. It is also C6H12O6. So we will discuss about the structure of glucose, fructose and all that in the next lecture, right? Okay.